Should be an old pro talking about this now, right? We put you on a talking tour, so.
I know, you keep getting me stuck in front of the public everywhere. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Bigger. Make this work. That one's not doing it. There we go. Okay. As you may or may not know, in March, I took over as the chairman of the board of directors for the Veterans Center. I have a little bit of a different vision for what the Veterans Center's needs in the future are than my predecessor. We really need is more space in the building and a larger parking lot. And so we have 5 organizations plus the veterans of Oklahoma Department of Veteran Affairs in there. Last year alone, between service officers and the Oklahoma Department of Veteran Affairs, we assisted over 2,000 veterans with benefit claims. In addition, we've sent thousands of packages through the Blue Star Mothers to active duty military around the world. The Veterans Center is doing great things in the community. If you look at the Oklahoma Department of Veteran Affairs, they are looking to add 1 to 2 more service officers to Broken Arrow because they feel like there's such a need and volume here, but they aren't able to find any space.
Sure.
They need more space. And so, in addition to what we have right now, what we need is a larger banquet hall and possibly offices and more parking spaces. We have 24 parking spaces, 2 of them are handicapped, and that limits how many people can get to the building at one time. Additional space will allow ODVA and the veteran service officers to provide more timely, efficient service. More staff fosters better outreach, especially for underserviced veterans. Increased capacity. Right now, our center can hold 60. You could squeeze 80 into the banquet hall. The mayor's monthly meetings often get pretty close to right around 60. Most of the organizations, when they come in, they usually host 30 on a monthly meeting, but they have quarterly district meetings that can easily exceed 100 attendees. And we're not able to seat them all in there right now. This will also give us opportunity to do more programming, workshops, ceremonies, interagency collaboration. More parking would give us opportunity for mobility challenged people to attend meetings, come to appointments. This aligns with the center's mission for respect and support for all that's served. I don't have a money number for you, but I think the long-term investment, it's going to take money, but it's going to ensure the center remains viable and effective for a long time. We can improve capacity for larger events, more rental opportunities, and increase public-private partnerships. Right now, we risk overcrowding, safety violations, and a loss of goodwill from veterans who come there and they can't find a place to park, can't get in the building. Every veteran serves as a benefit to us. It's a benefit to our community. It's one of the things that made me feel really good about stepping in and getting involved with the board, is that Broken Arrow has such a fantastic reputation for taking care of veterans and being pro-veteran. When I went to that mayor's luncheon, I had 4 or 5 different ladies come up to me and talk about different things that Broken Arrow does for veterans. The veteran pictures that hang on the light posts
Banners, yeah.
and other things like that, they were just all very appreciative and expressed how great they thought Broken Arrow was for veterans, and just very proud to be representing Broken Arrow that day. That's kind of what we're looking at, is expand the parking lot to the east, increase the parking, add additional handicap parking spaces, and add on to the building to the south. That south wall has no windows, and so we could expand that. We could increase the size of the banquet hall and add another couple of offices. We request approval and support for building expansion project, bumping the banquet space up from where it seats around 60 to 80 now to where it can comfortably seat 120. A couple of new office spaces to accommodate additional personnel or organizations, and expansion of the parking lot to at least 40 vehicles with at least 5 handicap spaces. This will ensure that the center continues to serve as a hub of honor, dignity, and practical support for those who sacrifice for our country. Are there any questions?
Yeah, and can we turn the front parking spots into front parking? Instead of back-end parking.
That's probably a whole nother
I
meeting.
mean, for our elderly veterans, it's real hard for
It
them.
seems like they're multi-use right now.
Yeah.
They go both ways in them.
Yeah,
I would like to see primarily at least the 2 right there at the sidewalk being 2 of the handicap spaces, so they have the closest access.
Yeah.
If not 2 or 3 there, and then 2 on the other side.
okay. All right, do you guys have any questions? Yeah, it was pretty simple when we were looking at, we've been there now, what, 3 years? and-
3 years.
Yeah, and I serve on that board, and it consistently is just, wouldn't it be cool if we had more space? Or if we had, obviously, more parking for events and such, so.
It seems like we're constantly growing, and I seriously contemplated asking for more, just because I think we have the potential to fill it over time, but, I wanted to stay reasonable and hopefully have a chance of approval, so.
Sure. Yeah.
I
I
tried to
didn't see
stay
any
somewhat
storage
modest.
on here. Are we already doing that?
We have a storage
we already-
unit on site.
We
that
have
they
a storage
split.
unit on site.
Okay.
There was a previous proposal talking about adding more storage space.
That's what I was
But we just completed a grant with Home Depot and emptied out our storage building, reorganized everything, and was able to kind of convince all the organizations to do some spring cleaning. And so we don't need near as much storage space
Okay,
as they
good.
thought we did before.
They built all the little tote racks and stuff like that, so everybody has their
Oh.
own little space with totes and such.
That's good.
It's very nice. Home Depot is doing that for us as a grant.
Oh, that is very nice.
And do we have, I'm sorry,
Yes, sir.
do we have, I know we have, the VA has, the folks in there, do we have a partnership with them as far as, what does that partnership look like with the VA?
We have a contract with them to use that facility. They basically pay the same usage fee that the 5 organizations that are in there pay to have that office. It's a great deal for them because you can't rent an office space, probably 4 or 5 times what they pay there to rent somewhere else. And they've been actively looking, and they can't find any place really in Broken Arrow that can support having 2 or 3 service officers.
Well, one thing I wanted, and I appreciate, Brian, great presentation.
Tried to keep it brief.
No,
Thank you.
it was perfect. Is one of the things I share with the council members is in a bigger picture, when you look at the foundation is the Veterans Park. And then we added the Mission 22, and then now you have the Veterans Center. And I envision that this area could become what I would call an area for veterans tourism. An area not only to service our veterans that have needs, which we do, but to look at it as a bigger draw for that entire area, because Broken Arrow does have a history of providing strong support to veterans. I mean, council said we're not going to put any additional improvements in the Veterans Park until council approves it, to see if there are other recognitions that need to be made. But you look at what they're asking, I mean, to me, that seems very reasonable for the additional parking and then the expansion of the building to accommodate, because from everything I hear in the meetings I go to a couple of times a year, they are growing, and we have more veterans. Now we have younger veterans, what I would say. It's even though, what happened, in 1990, then the early 2000s, that you're starting to see more veterans that are actually coming in and utilizing the services and participating. And so I think the additional expansion is the step in the right direction to make sure that we are providing accommodations for all veterans. Those are still from World War II, Koreans. We have a lot of Vietnam veterans, but those that basically also serve, that utilize the facility. So I would like to actually say this is a great step in the right direction to continue to build upon what's already been approved.
I couldn't agree with you more, sir. In fact, one of the bond proposals I saw for the museum was to build a new museum building on the other end of Veterans Park. And I really like that idea, because I think exactly that. It puts this veterans area, where you have the park, the memorial, you have the museum, you have the Veterans Center, all in one central location. And I think it would be a really good draw for people in the community.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Have a good
Thank
morning.
you.